After 6 years of traveling, I finally decided it was time to put down roots. But I wasn't settling for just any place, I was in search of my dream home. So, I meticulously compiled a checklist, which included essentials like a vegetable garden, a minimum of 2 rooms, a house with a backyard, a specific rent price, and full furnishings, among other things. I also had a heart-to-heart with the universe, making it abundantly clear, let this be an easy journey. And wouldn't you believe it? The universe decided to lend a helping hand by having an acquaintance of mine share a link to a house on Facebook. I went to take a look, with no attachment whatsoever. I knew that if it was meant to be, it would become mine. I felt serenely calm and peaceful, without any need to force the situation. Yesterday, the landlord gave me the confirmation, and they even threw in a bonus, half a month of free rent. But that's not all. On top of the veggie garden and the other items on my wish list, I now find myself living in an old farmhouse. I've always envisioned living on a farm someday, even though I believed it would come much later because I reside in a city. To add to the charm, there's a dog on the property, perfect for someone like me who can't have their own yet, and we have remarkably friendly neighbors. There's even a resident gardener on the property, an unexpected perk of living in South Africa. Oh my goodness! The wanderer in me initially mourned her freedom, independence, and the days of no responsibilities and commitments. But you know what I told her? Hey, you can have it all. Stability and freedom. Travel and a place to call home. You don't have to choose, it's all within your grasp.
I used to daydream about living in a village house someday. With my eyes closed, I'd let my imagination take me away to a 4-bedroom detached house with a gate, a gravel driveway, an open-plan kitchen, wooden beams, pristine white walls, and 4 bedrooms that offered breathtaking views. It was surrounded by a beautiful garden, a place where peace and relaxation reigned. It was what I considered home. During those days, I was residing in my parents' 3-bedroom semi-detached house, having left my marriage and an 11-year relationship. My children and I all shared a single bedroom. Our belongings were crammed into bags and suitcases scattered around my single bed. My children slept on bunk beds next to me. I was grateful, though, as I found solace in a place where I felt safe and loved. I had reached a point where I could no longer endure the emotional and financial abuse. At the time, my financial resources were limited, as my fledgling business couldn't provide for our own home on such short notice after leaving my marriage. My ex-husband had made it clear that he wouldn't be financially supporting my new life when I departed. I was relieved because I was determined to build my own life independently, without his money. I left with nothing, and in the end, he agreed to pay just £23 a week for each of his children. Though I wanted to throw it back in his face at the time, my family kept me grounded during this emotionally challenging period. I invested heavily in personal development work. Even when money was tight, I refused to let it stifle my dreams of a better life for myself and my children. I would sit with my eyes closed, breathe deeply, relax, and let my imagination roam. I didn't ponder the how, when, or how much. I simply reveled in the experience of where my mind, body, and soul took me. In just 7 months, we manifested that dream home. I took purposeful action, my business flourished, my income soared, and my life transformed permanently. Remarkably, that dream house wasn't the one you see in these pictures. I've managed to manifest not just 1 but 2 dream houses. The one in the pictures below is our current home, while one of my dearest friends now resides in the other. Yesterday, I sat in the garden, the warm sun caressing my face, while I listened to the birds serenading in the trees around me. I couldn't help but pinch myself, even now, at what I've manifested and achieved in my life through co-creation, determination, and unexpected miracles. For someone like me, this life, these manifestations, these dreams, they don't fit into the logical world where the mind and ego usually dominate. Over the years, I've learned to lead with faith, my heart, and my soul. I've learned to trust, to dream, and to have faith in miracles, regardless of the circumstances.
My journey in search of a home began nearly 2 years ago. I made offers on 3 different properties, and one of them even had me under contract for a while. Unfortunately, circumstances on the seller's side led to the second option falling through, so I found myself back in the search process. Property values in my town and the surrounding areas are sky high, and the options within my budget were few and far between. It often felt like I'd go months without anything promising appearing. The disappointments were disheartening, but I started contemplating the idea that I might need to step up my game and elevate my life to afford a house in this area. And then, it happened. I stumbled upon this gem. Unlike all the others I had been considering, which were condos or townhomes, this was a single-family home complete with a garage and a yard. It was brand new, boasting 3 bedrooms and a spacious, beautiful interior. The only hitch, it was slightly above my price range. But I decided to take the leap and put in a contract, driven by sheer faith. There was an inexplicable calm and serenity surrounding my decision. I wasn't stressed or anxious, this was unmistakably my home. Before I knew it, the financing miraculously came through, and my out-of-pocket expenses started decreasing. And just like that, yesterday, this house officially became mine. Trust the process, trust in the divine timing. At 25, single, and still in the building phase of my business, I've managed to buy myself a gorgeous home. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.